Set this up. So I'm Phil Bakelar, and I'm doing an interview with Gary Bakelar. And we've been trying to figure out where our relatives parted ways on the way from Holland.
Yes.
But you live in North Jersey.
I live in Glen Rock.
Glen Rock?
Yes.
And we're here to talk about Fig Orchard.
Okay.
Because you've been involved in some of the things that the Fig Orchard has offered, and it's been a significant part of your spiritual life and development. So tell us how you got involved with the Fig Orchard.
What happened was 2 years ago in March, people from our church had apparently gone to a Fig Orchard writing seminar.
Okay.
And they decided to do a workshop on Christian witnessing at Westside.
Okay.
So I went to that, and we were see, I can't do it.
It's okay. I can cut things out.
Yeah. Yeah,
So you had the event at Westside where people came to your church, so that was your home church, so you just went?
It was just as few people gave the Christian witnessing seminar. We were doing exercises on how the techniques of writing, how you can go on writer's journeys, and how you get up first thing in the morning and write everything that occurs to you.
Okay.
And what happened was, after that witnessing seminar, I started getting revelations. For the next 2 years, I got a total of 10 revelations. Mm-hmm. And around that time, I also learned about the Fig Orchard's Ministry of Writing Club.
Okay.
So there were already 4 people from our congregation that were going to that, so I joined them.
So you had these spiritual experiences, and the Fig Orchard's writing gave you a way to
help
put that into...
One of the things that we were doing was deciding why we write. And right now, I'm not sure whether I'm writing because I'm going to eventually write a book, or whether it's to improve my communication skills, because I feel I'm supposed to witness in one way or another since this, that
So that's what the writing is geared towards, is being a witness.
Yeah, I have a poor memory, and what happens is I've been journaling my whole life. So when I wake up in the middle of the morning and I get a revelation, I write it down so I know what it would.
So what's an example of a revelation?
Well, I had 10 revelations. You want to hear them?
Well, you can start with one at least.
All right, the first one is most people see God's creation when they look around.
Okay.
And then the second one is God's will is irresistible for those who love Him, for those whom He's called.
Okay, so let's just stop there, because that's plenty to work with.
Right, that's the first thing I wrote about with the first session. It was about seeking. So
the revelation that you're talking about is kind of an insight, a deep insight into a reality of spiritual truth.
Yeah, about a third of these revelations came from dreams, and then the others came from reading scripture from Lectio Divina during Taizé, and just hiking in the woods, and God's
So you just have
creation.
this strong sense that God's will, or did you say God's call, is irresistible? And
that was one of the revelations that I got. I believe in providence. I believe that I think it's like the 6th or 7th revelation is the Lord rules His creation and actively manages it. God is in control.
Right. So what do you want to do with these then? You want to turn them into writing that's a witness? Is that what you're doing?
What I've been doing with some of them is I've been, when a topic comes up that's relevant to it, I incorporated the first 3 into a essay on seeking.
Okay.
It was just 4 pages.
So it was a writing that you did an essay sort of on seeking?
Yeah, every month we pick a topic in the Fig Orchard Club, the Fig Orchard Writing Club, Ministry of Writing Club.
And how has that helped you to write? What do people critique each other?
Yeah, we critique each other. Yeah, we try to do that, but they realize that some of it's revelation, and sometimes they leave it the way it is. Leave it the way it is sometimes. Yeah.
So what do you hope to do with this? Like, say, your essay on seeking, is that something you want to publish somewhere?
We're thinking that we might eventually publish some type of a book of the Ministry of Writing Club, and we might
Oh,
incorporate
that's an idea,
something
right? So all
like
the people have their essays, and
Yeah.
you could put them together.
The ultimate writing I might do, though, is that I was very close with my mother, and I've been taking care of her for 24 years from Trenton. She had a dementia right after Dad died in 1984.
Right.
And then I resigned from the state about 4 or 5 years ago to take care of her full time, because by that time she needed someone there all the time.
Right.
And she passed on to eternal glory just a day and a half short of her 90th birthday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I witnessed
Okay.
that. I was with her the last 15 hours of her life on earth. And I saw her, I could feel when she went up about 3 hours after she stopped breathing. And then again, I felt the same type of thing for just about 3 minutes when her ashes were cremated.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that I might be called to write a book, and I'm thinking it might be Quiet Witness, and it would be about Mom and Dad, and how they witnessed without, it wasn't a strong evangelistic type witnessing, it was just whenever God called them, they were ready to do it.
So in a sense, if you had not encountered Fig Orchard, you would have had these experiences and been a member of Westside Presbyterian Church, but maybe not have been able to put them in a shareable form.
I've been a member of Westside my whole life for over 40 years.
Yeah.
But I think that the Fig Orchard is the way that God got me being less reclusive, but trying to communicate better and to to write or something rather than hike all the time.
It's interesting the way that works, because the church provides kind of a home base, and then Fig Orchard provided a way to move a step beyond.
Right,
you know,
right.
and
Right.
The church nurtured your faith, and Fig Orchard, it was a channel that helped you to share it in new ways.
Right. The Westside Presbyterian Church burned down 5 years ago. We just
okay.
rebuilt it, and now we're working on a vision of where we want to be in the next 5 years.
Right.
And I had to make the choice of going to the Vision workshop or to one of the Fig Orchard programs, and I always like to have my cake and eat it too.
Right.
So I decided to go to the Fig Orchard, and then we went for the tail end of the Vision workshop. And I always get fed at all the Fig Orchard programs.
So it sounds like the interaction is very important to you.
And
When
it's
people
and
read
it's
what
so
you've
happened. See, Mom was on life support for 14 days before she finally passed away, and the doctors didn't think that she would be able to come off of the respirator. So we decided to do it on. We decided to do it on Sunday, and at that time the Fig Orchard had something going on Saturday, and then we had things going on again on Sunday right here. In fact, the Pilgrim Church program was on, and I got a lot out of that. And
well, that's great. So it was a support for you right through that time when your mother was preparing to leave.
everything was happening, and I think that's providence. I think that God's worked very strongly in the way things work, just like the Bible had, where the miracles in the Bible, they're still going on today.
Yeah. Gary, can you identify anything where you can remember that some interaction in the Fig Orchard changed something or cleared something up for you? Can you it sounds like a lot of fellowship has contributed to you. Can you remember something that someone said and you said, oh, that's different than I thought of what I wrote?
Well, I just remember that when, like I said, I was very reclusive, and when I went to the first Ministry of Writing Club, it was like I'd always been there. I mean, as soon as I got there, I felt really
Writers
welcome.
together.
Yeah.
That's
It
great.
was very nurturing.
So it's been part of your spiritual life.
In fact, they read my essay for me rather than make me read it, so in case I froze up or something.
So they're very supportive and helpful.
Yeah.
That's great to hear. Well, we'll look forward to maybe reading this book.
I hope so.
And,
If it's going to be a book, I don't know what it's going to be.
yeah. Was there any other essay, maybe one more essay you've written you want to just tell us about quick?
Well, the last essay I wrote was about vision, and it was basically about the vision of writing the Quiet Witness.
Okay.
But also, I'm thinking of expanding that into including the vision for West Side Presbyterian Church.
Oh.
And what I'm hoping is that West Side will broaden its. It's a member church of the Fig Orchard. I'm hoping
Okay.
that it'll broaden its alliance with the Fig Orchard.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that what we can do is that we can get more programs that'll outreach to the community of an ecumenical nature. Some of the things that I like to see would be things like having the labyrinth, which we do have planned to have a labyrinth. I'm hoping that would maybe be open to the community and maybe have interpretive exhibits for the public to come in and see what's going on. The church is already highly visible.
Right.
And the other thing, I'm hoping that we did have a Fig Orchard sponsored program in the chapel about interfaith dialogue.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more of that going on, and also we were thinking that maybe we could get programs like religious movement and things like that, and meditation,
Great.
and expand the multi-denominational aspects
Right.
of the Christian faith.
Yeah, I'm hearing a very nice movement there from you being nurtured in the life of that church, and Fig Orchard bringing you out with some gifts, and then you kind of bringing back into the fellowship some gifts and some.
That's what I'm
things.
hoping for,
So
and
the
if
whole-
that's where
whole
God's
cycle
leading,
there.
that's what's going to happen.
That's great. That's great. Well, appreciate.
Just back to, but there is one more level of that movement. I don't know if you got into that Gary and his brother in turn are supporting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this, when we went to the multi-denominational service here a couple of days before she died, they were taking up an offering, and then I found out it was for the Fig Orchard.
Right.
And so when the people of my church asked, what they should do in terms of Mom's memorial
Right.
service, it occurred to me that she and I would both knew that God wanted it to go to the Fig Orchard. So that's
There's
what
all these
we,
connections.
that's
They
what we
all
did.
go all through, weaving together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's great.
I think the work is in the right direction, and I'm very pleased with it.
And that'll bless other people as the Fig Orchard ministry continues
Right.
then. So, well, very good. Well, thanks for taking time to talk, Gary.
Thank
Nice
you very
to meet
much. Okay.
you. Good.